morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to see the second video. So children, today we are going to see the second exercise of speed, distance and time. In case you want to see the first exercise of this particular chapter, then I have already uploaded 2 videos that are there on speed, distance, time, exercise 17A. You can have a look at it for the solution of all the 10 questions. Now for the next exercise, children, one thing we have to understand, and that is whenever a train is passing a pole or any other stationary object, like if it is passing any pole, you must have all traveled in train and you have seen when it is moving on the tracks, it passes certain poles also. So if it is passing a pole, children, then the length of the train is actually the distance covered by it. Whenever it is passing a pole, the length, the minimum distance covered by the train is always the length of the train. We don't take the distance that is covered by the pole. That means whatever breadth is being covered by the pole, that is not taken into consideration. Whereas whenever a train is passing any platform, then the distance covered by the train is the length of the train as well as the length of the platform. So this together will make the total distance covered. Now look at this, children. Length of the train plus the length of the platform is actually the distance that is covered by the train in passing any platform. Okay. Now in the next exercise, children, you will come across questions where you will find that the train is passing either a pole or is passing the platform. So this explanation will help you to do those questions. Now after this, we are going to start with exercise 17B, question number 1 to question number 5. Question number 1. A train 180 meter long is running at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour. How long will it take to pass a railway signal? Now children, the length of the train is given in meters and the speed is given in kilometers per hour. So it is necessary that we either change the speed into meters per second or we change the length of the train from meters into the kilometers in order to calculate the time taken. So the length of the train is 180 meter and the speed is 90 kilometers per hour. I'm going to change the speed, children, from kilometers per hour to meters per second. So how are we going to do it? You write the speed and multiply it by 5 upon 18. When you multiply it by 5 upon 18, the speed will change from kilometers per hour to meters per second. Now we can reduce it also, children, in case it is getting reduced. So let's do it. So by 18 we can directly reduce it. 18 ones are 18 and 18 fives are 90. So 5 into 5 will give me 25 meters per second. So my speed has been changed into meters per second. Now because I want to calculate the time, children, I'm going to use the formula of time. Time is equals to distance upon speed. Distance is 180 meters. Speed is 25 meters per second. You write them and then you can reduce them. The answer will come out to be 7.2 seconds. I can start reducing by 5. So 5 fives are, 5 threes are 15 and 30, 5 6 are. And then from 5 when you divide 36, you come across 7.2. So this is how you do, children, question number 1. Now let's see question number 2. Question number 2 says, a train whose length is 150 meter passes a telegraph pole in 10 seconds. Find the speed of the train in kilometers per hour. Now it is passing a telegraph pole, that means. Question number 2, children. A train whose length is 150 meter passes a telegraph pole in 10 seconds. Find the speed of the train in kilometers per hour. Now see over here, it is passing a telegraph pole. That means the distance covered by the train is actually the length of the train only. Now The distance is given in meters and the time is given in seconds. So we can straight away put them into the formula of speed and calculate the speed in meters per second. So here we put the values. 150 by 10 you can reduce by cutting the zeros, and so 15 meters per second is the speed in meters per second. But the question is asking us to calculate the speed in kilometers per hour, children. So you will have to change the speed from meters per second to kilometers per hour. How are we going to do it? 15, that is the speed, multiply by now 18 upon 5. We have reciprocal the same fraction. This time it is 18 upon 5. And now we can reduce. So 5 ones are 5 and 5 threes are 15. 3 into 18 is 54 kilometers per hour. So over here our speed is in kilometers per hour. Question number 3. A train 120 meters long passes a railway platform 160 meters long in 14 seconds. How long will it take to pass another platform which is 100 meters long? Now this time a train is given, the length of the train is given, and it is passing a railway platform. So the length of the railway platforms are also given. So this time the distance traveled by the train will be, children, the length of the train plus the length of the platform. So now the distance to be covered is 120 plus 160. Both are given in meters, so you can directly add them. I have written over here distance to be covered, where else it is actually the total distance, children. So it is 280. Now you put the formula of speed. Speed is distance upon time. 280 upon 14. Now this can be reduced. 14 ones are 14 and 14 twos is 28 and a 0. So 20 meters per second is the speed. Now children, distance to be covered, because it is saying with the same speed when it is traveling, the train is traveling and it is passing a platform which is 100 meters, then how much time will it take? So now distance to be covered is the length of the train, that is 120, plus the length of the second platform, that is 100 meters. So the total distance is 220 this time, children. We have to calculate the time. So use the formula for time. Time is equals to distance upon speed. Distance is 220, which is given over here, and speed we just calculated, children, 20 meters per second. So divided by 20. Zeros can be cancelled and 2 ones are 2 and 2 11s are 22. So 11 seconds is your answer. Next question, question number 4. Mr. Amit can walk 8 kilometers in 1 hour 20 minutes. How far does he go in 10 minutes and 30 seconds? And then second part is, children, how long will it take for him to walk 2500 meters and 6.5 kilometers? Now this question has been given in 2 subparts and every subpart has 2 further parts there. So in all you have to do these many. Now one thing to be taken into account, children, distance is given in kilometers and the time is given in hours and minutes. So over here hours and minutes, either you can change the complete thing into minutes, children, or you can write them into the fraction and then you can do it. So let's see how to go about this question. Now children, time is given as 1 hour 20 minutes. In the first way, children, I have added up 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 60 plus 20, that is 80 minutes. And I am going to teach you 2 ways how to go about and do this question. Now speed is equals to distance upon time, children. Distance is 8 and time can be taken as 80 minutes. I have taken over here, children. You can also change it over here as fraction. You can write it as 1 whole 1 upon 3. That can also be taken, which I have shown you in the other step how to go about it. So after reducing, this is 1 upon 10, which can be written as 0.1. Now remember, children, whenever in the denominator we have a 10 or we have a multiple of 10, then what do? We count the number of zeros. If it is 1 0, then from the left hand side count 1 place and then put a decimal, as I have done it over here. Had it been 1 upon 100, children, had it been like this 1 upon 100, then how many places? 2 zeros. So from the left we count 2 places, 1 and 2, and then we put a decimal and write this we write. Okay, this is just for your explanation. So we have the distance The speed is given as 0.1 kilometers per hour. Right? Now distance is what is to be calculated. So distance is a speed into time. Speed is 0.1, time is 10. So you multiply, you get the answer as 1 kilometer. Now there is one more way of doing the same question that I have done by the unitary method, because unitary method is already taught to you and you know how to do it. In case you have not seen it, then you can see my video. Now distance covered in 80 minutes is 8 kilometer. Therefore in 1 minute it is 8 upon 80. 8 upon 80. And therefore in how much time we have to calculate the distance covered in 10 minutes is 8 upon 80 into 10. And now we can reduce it, children. Zeros can get cancelled and 8 can get cancelled. So how much is left? 1. So 1 kilometer is your answer. Now the next way I am explaining you in this part, children. Distance is 8, time is 1 hour 20 minutes. Now in order to change 20 minutes into hours, children, we divide the minutes by 60. And then you can reduce it directly, 20 ones and 3s. So it is 1 upon 3 hours. Time is 1 hour was already there, children, and 20 minutes is 1 upon 3. So 1 whole 1 upon 3, which when you convert it into the improper fraction, it comes as 4 upon 3 hours. Speed is distance upon time. Distance is 8. Time is 4 upon 3. So whenever in the denominator we have a fraction, you are going to convert this division sign into the multiplication sign, and the fraction will get reciprocal and will get multiplied. Okay, so 3 upon 4. 4 upon 3 is written as 3 upon 4. And now reduce. 4 ones are and 4 twos are. 2 threes are 6 kilometers per hour. And now changing it into meters per second. So 6 into 5 upon 18 will give you 5 upon 3. 6 ones and 6 threes are. So 5 upon 3. And distance is a speed into time. So speed is 5 upon 3 and into time is 30. So you can reduce it and you get the answer as 50 meters. So this is the second part of the A subpart. Coming to the B subpart, children, where time is to be calculated, children, put the formula of time. Time is distance upon speed. Now distance is 2500 meters. So speed is 5 upon 3 meters per second, which we just calculated in the previous step. So divided by 5 upon 3. Once again in the denominator we have a fraction. So you are going to change the division sign into multiplication sign and reciprocal the fraction and multiply. Now 5 ones are, and this can be written 500. Right? So 500 into 3 is 1500 seconds. Or you can also change them into minutes if you want, children, by just dividing it by 60. So when you can divide it by 60, you will see you come across 25 minutes. In the next subpart, you have to calculate the time when the distance is given as 6.5 kilometer and the speed is given as 6 kilometers per hour. So time is distance upon speed. Distance is 6.5, speed is 60. You can remove the decimal, add a 0 over here, and then you can divide it. I have divided over here and shown also, children, 60 when you divide 65 with that, then you see one time it will divide. So over here, whatever you get, that is the hours, and the remainder over here is the minutes. So we can write it as 1 hour 5 minutes. The last question is the fifth question. Which is greater, a speed of 45 kilometers per hour or a speed of 12.25 meters per second? So let's see how to do it. And there is also a next part of it. How much is the distance traveled by each in 2 seconds? Now in order to compare the speed, it is necessary that both the speeds are in the same unit. So we will convert 45 kilometers per hour into meters per second by multiplying it by 5 by 18. You come across, after reducing, you come across 25 upon 2. Which will be 12.5 meters per second. So 12.5 is a greater value and comparison to 12.25. So 45 kilometers per hour is the greater speed. Now in the next part, it is also asking children how much is the distance traveled by both in 2 seconds. So simply put them into the formula of distance, that is the speed into time. Multiply both the speeds by 2. That will give you the distance traveled. So 12.5 into 2 is 25 meters and 12.25 into 2 is 0.50 meters. So with this we complete and come to an end of today's video. I have explained you question number 1 to question number 5. I hope children, after seeing the entire video and after listening to me very carefully, you have understood each and everything that I have tried to explain you. Now, if you have really understood the lesson well, don't forget to please subscribe, like and do share my videos with many of your friends so that they also are being helped by me, that is Mrs. D. Nandan. So, thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.